Back in the basement, the best urban talk show. Hey, fellas.
What you got?
Super Bowl next week.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
My time be flying on.
Well, listen here, man. Goodness, it seemed like the season just started.
January was a year, but it was like when it's over, you be like, damn, like it felt long, but all you like, damn, it's already February. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
Like New Year was the day before yesterday.
Y'all got any plans for the Super Bowl?
I'll probably pull up on one of the homies. You know, stay around the city. I ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah, I ain't going out.
You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt. Definitely not going nowhere. That's too
Caught a
expensive.
couple house party invites. I'm gonna do one.
Yeah.
Most definitely going out too expensive today.
Yeah, man.
So,
and I feel like I need to start it by retracting my statement on Patrick Mahomes.
Man, we gonna get into that.
Well,
but let me do this.
Before you retract, what was the statement?
No, hold on. Before you do that, before you dive into the pack, what's your Super Bowl picks?
Chiefs.
I do not like Shanahan, man.
I'm saying Chiefs, but the answer is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I just don't like Kyle Shanahan, man. So I can't chill.
What's your reason?
The way he did us in the Falcons.
What you
did
think?
it?
You think he did it on purpose?
No.
The way he did us.
It was just too many coincidences. You lose your playbook the day before the big game. You call some questionable plays, and then as soon as the game over, you gone. You dipped on us, man.
If
he really clocked out before the Super Bowl.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask you this now, and I don't mean to jump out subject, but you brought it, so I gotta go back. What's the difference in what he did and LeBron did with Cleveland?
It ain't no difference. The only difference in any of this shit we talking about
is business, bro.
No, it ain't even that. It's winning and losing.
That's it. Business.
Kyle Shanahan might have called 3 bad plays. You only remember them because you lost. If you'd have won that game, you'd have never talked. Nobody would have ever brought it. Well, in the third quarter, he passed and we should have ran in 3. Nobody cares if you win. Andy Reid do that every week.
But
every week, Andy Reid run a triple option jet sweep with his third string tight end, and nobody cares because they won.
Okay, I totally agree with you, but I don't think people criticize the play call. I believe they just, hey man, you up big, late third. Let's run this clock.
No.
Let's manage this clock.
No.
Time management.
Hey, listen.
The chip is out.
Me and B had that conversation too, and I told him the same thing. And this is my analogy for it. If I'm Deontay Wilder, right? I'm 40-0 with 40 knockouts. I ain't threw one jab. And now that I'm fighting Tyson Fury, everybody yelling at me, throw the jab. Like, I don't jab. I do what I do. And it's been working this whole time. The Falcons got to the Super Bowl, airing it out, running that high-powered Kyle Shanahan offense. In the game, if I'm Kyle Shanahan, if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose doing what I do because that's how I got in the Super Bowl. I'm not finna just do a bunch of different stuff. Like, I hear you, but this is work for me. If I'm gonna go out, I'm going out on my shield. I call these plays. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's just, I personally, I just don't like them. You can't lose your playbook. You can't lose your playbook the day before the Super Bowl. I mean, you lost it for like 6 hours.
So what? You was up 28 degrees.
He gave the better shit.
Without the playbook, you was 28 degrees.
I'm finna go here because I got a homeboy who's a big Dallas Cowboy fan, and I hate to say it, but our ex-head coach is his defensive coordinator. And I don't like him because he always play that soft ass, weak ass prevent defense. Yeah. I think that's what cost us that Super Bowl, but that's old news. Yeah. Let's dive into this. You say your pick's the Chiefs.
I like talking about the
you
Super Bowl.
say you don't like Kyle.
I don't like Kyle. I'm going Kansas City.
I guess so. We all 3-0 right here. Chiefs right here. So now let's dive in. Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
John.
Yep. I had.
Now you gotta let me get this out before you say anything.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck is Randall Cunningham?
We was talking about athletic quarterbacks.
That's true.
That was the conversation.
That was the conversation.
And at the time, I didn't put Patrick Mahomes in the category as the most athletic quarterback. That's all I was saying.
That's fair.
You know what, bro?
I think it was just it threw us off.
You know, because I always like to think back because
we started with athletic, but we started naming quarterback greats instead of athleticism, and then that's when you went back to the original thing, and we was like, no, that's not.
Yeah, that nowhere near because you just said the room just went.
Yeah, because I automatically thought about who was like one of my first scrambling athletic quarterbacks,
and I agree.
And that's the first person who popped in my mind.
All right, we'll let you live on that one. Now, today, you say you recant your statement.
Yes, absolutely.
Where do you rate Pat Mahomes now?
You mean currently or all time?
Now, right now, not all time. We ain't gonna go all time because he still got more years to go.
Right now, he's the best in the game.
Nah, you can, that's your opinion, but he still got more years to go.
I'm with you.
So
right now, he's the best in the game.
He is.
I mean, his numbers speak for himself. I think this is fourth Super Bowl in 6 years.
Fifth.
Fifth
year. It was Super Bowl, AFC Championship, Super Bowl loss, AFC Championship. No, Super Bowl and Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, so his record speaks for itself. Yeah, he's probably he's on top of the game right now. Now, as in the GOAT conversation, I still put Tommy T. He's gonna always be, and I hated the way he did my Falcons, man. But he's a solidified GOAT.
Hey man, you got.
He didn't do it to the Falcons, man. He did it to himself.
You can't live in this world without this regret and
Man,
and
come
pain
on,
and
bro.
shit in your heart. You gotta let some of this shit
I
go,
got
bro.
to.
Like
I
you can't.
need to let some of
Now
this
you
shit
hate
go, man.
7 motherfuckers.
Yeah, bro.
Like, why you hate all
man.
these people?
I want
They
y'all to
doing
take-
their best. They with the team. You don't think they want to win?
Fuck
Let me get your take. Let me get your take.
The whole state, the city, everything.
On Mahomes.
Where he's at now.
Patrick Mahomes is like, I don't want, like you said, we not finna go on the GOAT debate.
Man, fuck it. If that's what you want to do,
Patrick Mahomes, one of the 3 best quarterbacks I've ever seen play.
Right.
And the reason that I say that is versatility, bro. Like, if I say Lamar Jackson, like Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow a dog to me.
Yeah.
Like, he got something in him different, right? Justin Herbert got the arm. You be like, boy, that boy can throw that bitch 90 yards.
Yeah, man.
Lamar Jackson might be the most athletic person I've ever seen. And Patrick Mahomes is good at all of that shit. Not okay, not sometimey. He's great at everything I just named that them other people got. Now that boy could beat you 42-40, and he could beat you 17-14.
Right.
And it's him. You can see him controlling the game. Like 3rd and 6, I'll run, pick up the first down, everybody chill out. Mm-hmm. Receivers dropping the ball.
Oh my God.
Man, listen, I talked to one of my homeboys earlier this year, and I was like, this is when the Chiefs had lost like 3 in a row. I said, if you let them in the playoffs, they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, I don't bet against them. And he was like, well, and the same thing happened. How they going to beat Buffalo? I don't know. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes. That's my answer. I don't know. I don't know the game plan. How they going to beat Baltimore? I was like, they shouldn't, but they are. Because they got Patrick Mahomes. And
I really think their defense really stepped up this year. Because like in the beginning of the season, they were winning like 17-10. 14-3.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was
like you said, that was him adjusting. Because remember at the beginning of the year,
his receivers sucked in the beginning of the year, man.
Well,
they were horrible.
With him and this year, you know, this was supposed to be a down season for KC. KC just
coming off the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they were down. They were struggling. KC was
struggling, bro. But remember,
at the
beginning of the year, they lost the opener to the Lions. Mm-hmm. Kelsey was hurt. Yeah. It was Chandler Jones hadn't signed yet. Like, it was a lot of different things that they was like the Chiefs might be, and they were higher on a lot of other teams. Mm-hmm. The Miami came in hot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them teams, the Jets with Aaron Rodgers was supposed to be hot. So it was kind of like, they was kind of like a little afterthought.
And also, you know, Kelsey did not have a good year this year. Remember, they got the whole talk about the Taylor Swift thing.
Yeah.
They used to hate when she came to the games, bro. But anyway, the Chiefs are back in it, so that's y'all pick. Chiefs win.
Yeah, I got you.
MVP Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes,
MVP?
Yes.
Nope. Travis Kelsey. Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. Travis Kelsey gonna get
I'm saying, if Travis scored 2 or 3, he gonna get MVP.
He gonna score 2 or 3.
But who throwing it to him? Who throwing it to him? That's different now.
I hear you, but I'm telling you how the narrative is gonna look like this. Nah. Bro, listen.
It's gonna be the
top 10. I'll give you an example. If the Ravens-Chiefs game with the Super Bowl, who'd have been the MVP?
Lamar.
Travis Kelsey.
Yep. Travis Kelsey had about last week. If that Ravens Chiefs game would have been the Super Bowl, who would have been the MVP?
Travis Kelsey. 10 catches for
11 catches for 116 20 yards.
Well, they gonna throw Taylor Swift, even though Usher is performing. Taylor Swift still gonna take the show.
Taylor Swift is gonna come out there while Usher on the stage is telling him to move, and then she gonna sing 6 songs.
Is it me, or do y'all think they're throwing her onto the NFL audience?
I seen something on ESPN the other day.
Sad.
Taylor Swift has generated $331 million for the NFL since they started showing her on the screen. Yeah. Put her on the TV. Man, I don't care. Who cares?
She's there.
Who cares? Taylor Swift was swag surfing, and I was like, you gotta show that. It's money.
Man, come on, man. I think I'm aggravated with football, bro.
Why?
Falcons lost.
Man, come on, man. We got
Falcons lost. I didn't make it to the playoffs. And every time Kelsey catch a 3-yard fucking out, they showing this chick on the TV. Like, come on, man.
Hey, man, she Swifts.
Oh my!
She the most popular. She might be the most
popular.
popular.
All right, so look, okay, let me ask you this.
Maybe.
Since you pissed off with the Falcons, my beloved Falcons as well.
Yeah, man.
See the cup,
Yeah.
We got Raheem Morris.
Yep. I don't do that, man.
We got a Saints fan, y'all, so just bear with us. He's here to the right. His name is Kirk, by the way.
Jesus Christ, man.
Right. I think Raheem.
We'll see.
He bringing in a lot of good pieces. I like the defensive coordinator. I like the special team coach he brought in. I'm still on the wire about the OC, but he's a culture person. Mm-hmm. The last 5 games that he actually was the interim for the Falcons, I think we went 2-3, but we were playing some very hard teams, and we played football. Okay. We still took a loss at the end,
we were trash.
Yeah, but we had a horrible team.
We were trash.
We had a horrible team.
No.
Yes,
we did not.
indeed.
No, we did not.
That was
our team is okay.
That's just.
But you know what?
No, sir. That was when they released Dan Quinn. I think in
Oh, that's right. He came in as interim.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about that team.
Yeah,
that team was terrible.
Yeah,
I was talking about this current. But
every team y'all ever had was terrible.
No.
Man,
I was talking about when he got the interim job. We had our team wasn't really good, and we were playing some very good teams. Back then, that's when they changed the format to you play all your conference games at the end of the year. So we had the Saints, we had a decent Carolina, we had a Tampa Bay. I want to say what Tom Brady was down there. You know what I mean?
It's still pretty much the same. You play all your divisions at the bottom.
Yeah.
So now let's go back to keep it current. Lamar Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
And the Baltimore Ravens. All right, were they a disappointment or it was just, again, Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs?
Sometimes when you're Phillip Rivers or Peyton Manning or anybody that you name, like when you're a good quarterback and you can't get over the hump, sometimes it's because of the Tom Brady's of the world. Sometimes when you Patrick Ewing, you don't win the championship because Michael Jordan exists. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't for him, we'd be doing this. You know what I'm saying? And Patrick Mahomes is that guy right now. Like, the only person that I think that I know that will stand in his face and don't feel that pressure, that Mahomes playoff pressure, is Joe Burrow. Like, that's the only person I've seen do it. Like, Joe Burrow don't care nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he healthy, the Bengals are a problem. You know what I'm saying?
I like Lamar. I think he had an awesome year, MVP year. I don't think he really stepped up all the way to his potential in that championship game. I really don't. There were a couple of times where I was like, Lamar, especially that throw into triple coverage, the interception in the end zone. Okay. I'm like, come on, man, you got to make better decisions than that. But then again, I have to remind myself who he's playing. Sometimes you have to make that extra effort to beat that extra good person.
Because he's going to do it.
Because Patrick Mahomes is that dude. Man.
My take on it was, I don't think he used his legs enough.
Mm-hmm.
He had plenty of opportunities.
This entire season,
this time of season, the arm was working for him. But during the NFC Championship, AFC game, he had several opportunities to use his legs.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. That fumble on the goal line, which we had a debate about with the bonehead play, which it was not to me. You're an athlete. I'm dying. I'm doing the same thing.
If I can see the end zone, I'm stretching.
I'm dying.
I'm going. So I'm not mad at him.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. If he scores, does that game change?
Absolutely. That would have been 17-14. 17-14 going into halftime. I think Baltimore gets Kansas City kicked the ball off first. So Kansas City got the ball back after halftime. But that's we're talking about a completely different game then. Now, Rashard, you're a stickler about saying coaches should make adjustments at half.
Correct.
Who didn't get in Lamar Jackson? Like, when you see that 2nd and 3, take off.
Again.
But are we just gonna blame it on Lamar?
No.
No.
I'll tell you what I saw. In the first half, the Chiefs were blitzing.
They
2 out of every 3 plays. And they were delayed blitzing that linebacker. So it was like, wait for Lamar to do it. Like, don't even worry about it. If he throw that, that's why Kelsey had 10 catches at halftime.
He pretty much had
9 for one.
Right, something like that. But like,
he pretty much had a spot.
But he had a spot. But really, it was more so for just the first half. Because in the second half, they was getting home with 4, and Lamar was, to me, it looked like he was seeing ghosts. Like, he was like, where that extra blitz come, and just that, it's the NFL, but that extra second to look up for that guy, and he's not there, not a front four home, and I still got Chandler Jones.
Not even the front 4 there, is there, like you say, that split second, that window of a receiver.
Yeah, all of that. Everything changed.
Once your eyes move, that window gone.
Yeah, everything. Because you can see Lamar, like, you're not going to catch him if you want to run around.
Correct.
But it's, we collapse, open the pocket up, just keep bracket him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Put that horseshoe around him. You know what I'm saying? And if he get loose, he get loose. But it's, every play we do this.
Yeah.
But they did not blitz in the second half like that. And then I can just see him look like he'll do like this and then hit one of these real quick. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody there. Like, he got time in the pocket, and he could have, at least do a couple of check downs, kept it going. But now he in panic. Let me go make a play mode. That ain't gonna win.
And now go ahead.
I really feel like, as a spectator, because that's what we're all fans and spectators, we put a lot of pressure on these players because they do have to perform. But sometimes the coaching is not where it need to be. Mm-hmm. I think we give that Harbaugh last name a golden ticket. Even Dan Campbell, man. Dan Campbell had an awesome year this year. Mm-hmm. But he outcoached himself.
He did. You can't outcoach. You outcoach yourself. You can't outcoach a game.
You have to go for the...
God, I disagree.
Okay, let me hit you.
I'm going to die the way that I fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if he'd have did something else...
Coaching is adjustment. Sometimes you have to adjust even to what you're used to.
All of that's true. And then some things are patterns and characteristics. You know what I'm saying? Dan Campbell and the Lions went for it on 4th down 25 times this year and converted 20 of them.
You did.
I'm going for it.
I think in that situation that you kick that field goal.
You going for it.
You kick that field goal.
Now the field goal I give you, but they went for it on 4th down, I think 3 times that game.
That's fine.
But like that, I take the point. I take the points at the end to get it to a 1-possession game. I do that.
Yeah. So I think
but everything else,
but I think that's the only one he got criticized on.
No, they're talking about all of them because they was.
I'm not disagreeing.
I
can't criticize them all. It's just that one for me.
But like even the field goal, I'm still kind of like
it was. It was 2 instances where he should have kicked the field goal. 2 of them.
In that situation,
but here's how this works.
When you're down by in that field position,
when you was watching the game and then you saw it was 4th down, in your head did you say?
No, I thought field goal.
I was like, he going for it.
I thought field goal.
But listen,
I thought field goal.
You know what? I looked at, when they showed the play, Jared Goff got up on 3rd down and stood over there and looked at the side. I said, they finna go for it. He's not even moving. The quarterback not leaving. Mm-hmm. They're going.
Well, I thought field goal on that one.
No.
So let me ask you, let's run this here. Baltimore and Lamar. Mm-hmm. Does he get another chance?
Absolutely. We just gave that man $100 billion.
Super Bowl.
Yes. This might have been his window. This might have been the clearest window because you had Joe Burrow get injured. You had so many players getting injured. And there was a quarterback injury season. We had so many 2nd and 3rd string quarterbacks. This season, the more I've seen in the last maybe 10, 15 years. Like everybody, I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers got hurt on the first play. He stepped on the field and broke his ankle. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about like we had so many quarterbacks going down. I think this was Lamar Jackson's best opportunity. Not only, but it was his best opportunity to get to that game.
I see it a little bit different. Like I think Lamar, honestly, this year kind of got to come into his own a little bit more. Like everybody already knew how athletic he was and how fast he could run and all of that other shit. But Zay Flowers started off a little slow at the beginning of the year.
He did.
Odell started off slow at the beginning of the year, and Mark Andrews was hurt. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they lost 2 running backs. So it was really his time to kind of just pocket this thing out and just get a feel for passing. And he got real good and people started coming back. And all of a sudden the Ravens 13-4 or whatever, 14 and whatever their record was, you know what I'm saying? But I think now that you can look and see, like, okay, Zay Flowers a keeper. Mark Andrews coming back healthy. We get some running backs that don't get hurt in preseason. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
It was injuries.
It was a lot of injuries, but it was a lot of injuries for the Ravens too. And you don't know that because they kept winning. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I shoot for the best for Lamar, man. Like I said again, getting back to that game, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard. So it's going to be even the coach.
But
even the coach at post call.
If you take the Chiefs out, who's better than the Ravens? Like who's on the Ravens level? Like if all teams healthy, who's better than the Ravens outside of the Chiefs?
Like you said, Joe Burrow come back.
Cincinnati.
So it's like
Cincinnati better than the Ravens though?
With Joe Burrow, they can be. It's
they
Sunday.
can be, but I would still.
It's football on Sunday. With that, any given Sunday.
With that receiving core.
They're
gonna lose. They're talented and explosive.
They're gonna lose a couple of them.
So, free agency.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right, man.
TJ's out there.
Meet you.
Yes, sir.
Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
He hit the 25,000 mark.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you put Westbrook now?
Okay, so I know your take. You don't like Russell. I know your take.
But I did like. But I give you on
25. That's a lot of points.
It is
the most career triple doubles ever. Mm-hmm. So not only are you scoring, you're rebounding. This is a solidified basketball player. Why can't he be in the maybe top 15 of greatest basketball players we ever saw? Top 15. I'm talking about by numbers, just simply by numbers. Mm-hmm. Simply by numbers. Not what we like, not the teams he's been on, simply by numbers. Because at the end of the day, you're based on your ring, your championship rings and your numbers.
Mm. Correct. He doesn't have a ring.
He doesn't have a ring yet. But we got a lot of dudes up there who doesn't have rings and
a lot of them are not talked about as well.
There's a lot of ringless players we put in the top.
Yes, sir.
We do.
Yes, sir.
Like who?
Barkley.
Patrick
Ewing. Nash got him one. No, Steve Nash didn't get him one.
Got 2 MVPs.
Yeah.
Malone get one?
Yeah. Malone didn't get one. No, he didn't. He went to LA and
that's right. Yeah, when they tried to build that
Malone
team,
didn't get one. There's a lot of players.
You see how fast it just faded out.
It
just gonna fade out.
It ain't a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? But there are people on that list that you can be like, I get it.
No. That's my point. I get it.
Yeah.
I just asked how long is that gonna last? It's just gonna fade.
So by his numbers alone, I still want to give him maybe top 15, maybe definitely top 20 that I've seen, man. Like this dude, I mean, especially his prime.
Are you looking at athleticism or you actually looking at?
You gotta look. I'm talking about the entire package.
Everything.
Man. The entire package.
Westbrook.
Yes. Defense. I mean,
So what happened to LA?
The Clippers.
No. Lakers. So what happened?
That team was old, man.
He just couldn't get right.
That team was old.
It wasn't a good fit.
It was an old team, man.
Like even now, Russell Westbrook playing his best basketball. It's not about doing too much. It was almost like somebody had to tell him. Like you remember when Carmelo Anthony was like, "I ain't coming off the bench,"
mm-hmm.
Right?
And then he let 2 years go by. Now you ain't got no damn choice because you missed them 2 years trying to be fancy and outsmart everybody. Mm-hmm. And Westbrook, I feel like, was at that with LA, and then when, like I said, now with the Clippers, he coming out the bench balling. You know what I'm saying? Like it fits. You know what I'm saying? It's not about you not good enough to start. It's about chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and I don't think Westbrook, besides maybe that first Thunder team that went to the championship where Harden was coming off the bench.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Man.
That, but like it was the chemistry with them. They had Ibaka. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody there was like, I know my job and I do my job very well. But like other than that, I don't think Westbrook's been on a chemistry team. He's been on stars teams where everybody running around trying to do cool shit and look fancy for TV, but not a chemistry like the Rockets when he was by himself with the Thunder. Yeah. Like that was probably they had chemistry. You know what I'm saying, with Steven Adams and the boys. They looked better as a team. Yeah. And Westbrook played good like that. But when you just leave him to just run around and be athletic, that's what he gonna do. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely, and I might have said top 15, but he's definitely like top 20. Top 20.
Russell Westbrook is a top 20 basketball player that I've ever seen.
Yeah. All time.
Boy,
that is huge.
That's me. But like it's just
you're right. That's
but it's just what you like about basketball. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a LeBron over Jordan guy because of basketball, not scoring, because Jesus Christ, you rebounding and assists and steals and blocks. Like there's something like, but even I was the biggest Jordan fan in the world, and I still thought Magic style of play was better than me. I love to watch Magic Johnson play basketball. He does everything. And I think Russell Westbrook does everything. And it looked like stat chasing the ball because he's an athletic point guard. And I'm on a team where not only am I a point guard, but I'm the primary scorer. 90% of my career. Like besides when I had Durant, I got to score to 30. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I don't like the comparison of athletes. I don't. So I really try to stay away from that. LeBron and Jordan, man, different eras. Yeah. So I just leave that alone. But I'm asked, why does Kobe not get mentioned in any of these conversations?
Define not get mentioned. I know plenty of people that put Kobe.
No. Like you said,
talking about of all time?
When it's always compared, it's always LeBron, Jordan.
Well, you can't put.
LeBron,
I can't. Okay.
Then we'll skip Kobe
I don't think.
Did you have someone like a Shaquille O'Neal?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, y'all can't just leave my boy out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's
but
like, why does he?
I think that the Kobe thing, just my personal opinion, is because we saw it. Kobe mimicked Jordan, so we already saw this. So you can't, if you're not better than the original, you can't be the best of all time. No, I'm not saying nobody's saying he's not great, but like we saw this before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like every other person that we named, we ain't never seen it before. We never seen Shaq.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've seen big men
who
were tall and sky hooking and
so he wasn't original.
He's a monster.
So he wasn't original.
And I think the GOAT.
So he wasn't original.
Who?
Kobe.
Kobe had certain parts of his game that were original. You know,
his skill set was unmatched.
But I've seen him. We know we knew he looked just like Jordan.
And it's hard to give a person the GOAT conversation when you're not even the GOAT of your position. Like MJ, it probably will always be the number 1, 2 guard ever, and then Kobe. So if you're not even the best at your position, you can't really. It's hard for me to give you that GOAT.
I didn't say GOAT conversation.
Now I'm gonna ask you this: if you are or have ever been not the best player on your team, how are you the GOAT? Shaq was better than Kobe.
Two different positions, man. Two different teams.
But I'm just saying. But like that's the point. So if I'm doing,
that's why I don't like the comparison.
Yeah, but if I'm making a GOAT list, I'm going to say Shaq before I say Kobe.
Okay.
Just me. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
But like I've seen you not be. You're not the best player.
So
on
what
this
would you
team.
rank? So what would you rank Kobe?
Top 6, 7.
Ooh, he's definitely gonna make my top 5.
I don't think he make my 5.
Definitely.
He definitely gonna make my top 5.
Okay.
Without
say
question.
less. You said you would say Shaq as the GOAT. Let's go Shaq and Nurk and Joker. Who?
I gotta see a little bit more Joker. Shaq was dominant for longer. We talking about like.
And see, that's what I'm saying. See, that's another big man. But like I said again, this whole era has changed the basketball.
Yeah.
That's why I say I hate that comparison.
Yeah.
Because Joker could go on and just put up crazy numbers.
Yeah.
As what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's in the conversation MVP every year.
Yeah.
Different era.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Different level of play.
It's different
skill set.
Yeah. Shaq was a monster, man. And we've never seen anything like that. We're never going to see anything like that.
You won't.
We won't.
Like, for you to be that big, that fast, that strong, and stay healthy. Like, Shaq wasn't always, like, Embiid healthy. He's such a problem. But he gonna miss 40 games.
Yeah.
He gonna miss.
Do you know if he missed 4 more games, he can't even win?
He can't even win MVP. And he gonna miss. He tore his meniscus. He gonna miss the games.
Yeah, he did about the court the other day.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately. But so let's go. Lakers in Boston. Lakers went into the Garden, beat the Celtics.
Big
Austin. Without
Stone Cold.
Without LeBron
Steve Austin.
and Anthony Davis.
What's
What's your take on the Lakers now?
The Lakers, I love my Lakers. But sometimes the Lakers, they play to their competition. So they could, right now they're right at 500. They can go to a team that's right at 500 and lose by 3. But then go play Boston, who's number 1 or number 2 in the East, and win by 12 without LeBron and without AD.
Okay, but
sometimes they play to their competition, so sometimes they'll play higher against a team that's better.
Okay,
you know what I mean? With the squad that they have right now, they won't win another 30 games.
The Lakers?
Yeah,
I don't think so neither. But
they won't win.
You don't think that was a confidence booster though?
Absolutely,
because they beat Boston with role players.
I don't even think it's. I think we're looking at the wrong team. It ain't the Lakers who did. It's Boston, bro.
What are you
this
doing?
Is why Boston, when they get to the finals, it'd be 1 or 2 games where you'd be like, bro, what are y'all doing? The Lakers didn't play up to their level of competition. Boston played down. They should have beat them by 1,000. Without AD, without LeBron, Austin Rivers dropped 30-something on, you know what I'm saying? But it's Boston. Boston be lazy when they be like, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, they do that in the big moments, too. Like, they'll play, they get in the finals with the Nuggets and be like, we won game 1, we still at home, And now it's 1-1 going back to Denver. And I think that be the game. Boston do that all the time.
I think the chemistry has definitely shifted since Marcus Smart left.
The defense.
Drew Holiday. I mean, Holiday. He's an awesome ball player, but he's not that perfect fit that they have.
It's hard for that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes time for chemistry to come together.
That's true.
You know.
Hey, this is another episode of In the Basement. I had fun with my guys, John and Kirk.
Yes, you know how we do it, man.
Show, baby.
Gentlemen.
We'll be back at it again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See y'all later.